Hey guys, Ryan Earnhardt here from CreativeSoundLab.tv. The question today is, how far should room mics be from a drum kit? A lot of recording engineers, they're putting rooms, way up in the corners of the live room, kind of far away from the kit. It certainly looks right, but does it give you the best results? So we're going to be checking out some different distances today with our room mics. Let's get started. Okay, so really first of all is what kind of microphone is good for a room mic? For me, I usually try to stick with kind of a darker microphone. I really like ribbons in the room. In fact, I do like ribbons actually a lot for drum overheads, but really for the room, especially for a live room. I have a hard surface floor here. It's basically painted wood. I have some hard surfaces on the walls. It's really kind of a live space. So for this space, it's best paired with a ribbon. Now the ribbon gives us kind of an advantage of picking up sound from both sides, but it doesn't pick up sound from the sides. It has a null. It is able to reject sound from the sides. Now this will come in handy later. I first want to show you a couple of different examples of different distances that we're going to be placing this particular mic, the AEA N8, away from the drum kit. So let's check it out. First example is going to be just about 10 feet out from the drum kit. Here it is. And then the next example is going to be about double that distance. We have a microphone. It's within a line of sight of the drum kit, and we're just using distance to hopefully kind of blur out some of these sharp transients to get that kind of warm, gushy room sound that makes snare drums and toms really thick and really three-dimensional. So here's another idea: is instead of using distance, what if we were able to use shorter distances, but instead we're using the polar pattern of the microphone? And this is where the ribbon mic comes into play. It is very natively dialed in to be a figure 8 microphone. Okay, it's not going to mess up or color the mic at all. It sounds great just as it is. Okay, and so it's a figure 8 microphone. It'll be able to reject things out to the sides. Now I say this thing about coloring the microphone because a lot of times with a condenser, the most neutral character is on a SETI for like the omnidirectional polar pattern. And then as you get closer and closer to the figure 8, the mic starts to sound pretty funny. With a ribbon, first of all, it's nice and smooth, nice and warm sound, which is great for my room here, but it also gives you two different nulls. So you can use these nulls without having the adverse effect on the mic, but very great sounding mic, very natural sounding mic, and it gives you these two nulls that you can position and cancel out anything that you like in the room. So let's use those nulls to our advantage here. Let's have the mic, hey, let's do it fairly short. How about only about 5 to 6 feet out? We're gonna use the null to cancel out most of the drum kit sound. Let's see how good it works. I think it works really well. Obviously, if you're real close to the kit, it starts to be able to look around the sides of the mic. Maybe parts of the kit are, coming into the sides. But maybe 5 to 6, 7 feet out, you really can null out a lot of the drum kit. And this is advantageous in a few different ways. You don't have any delay between your close mics and your room sound. So if you want the pre-delay in your room sound, you can always add that in. But we do have the option of having a nice option during mixing, having a really nice, close, tight sound that is right with our close mics. This can have some phase coherency. So you can flip the polarity of this room mic. We actually hear that the snare is sounding fuller in one orientation over the other. So again, we're adding fullness in with our room mics. I mean, something that probably couldn't be done if your mics are super far away. So that's one advantage there. But then secondly is that if you don't have a large space, if you don't have a huge live room, well, then you can use the polar pattern to get you a simulated distance away from the kit, even though you may be only a meter or two from the drums. Okay, so I'd love to know what you think of this. I'm just kind of throwing some stuff out there. Obviously, in your studio, the conditions may be a little different. I'm just kind of throwing some ideas out there to inspire you to try some things. In my studio here, it seems to work pretty great. I'm able to get the mic really close, and if I were recording in a small home studio, then I would totally use this technique to get me a much bigger sound without having to put the mic basically against the wall to get any sort of distance away from the kit. So let me know if you have any questions or comments. I'll be hanging out in the comments below.